By the way, I'm in my like makeshift studio in my house that's falling apart at the moment.
You've got a tremendous makeshift studio, as do I. And I guess I should tell you that we are officially broadcasting to the world. Ben Standig here. We're starting the inaugural Breaking Burgundy. I guess we're calling it video podcast, where each week our goal is to talk to some person who knows the opponent of the other team. We're trying to get to the famous friends part of our Rolodex. Admittedly, it's not a big part of our Rolodex, but we got a few. And right here is an example, because you guys know her, MTV Scout Now, red carpets everywhere, and her new YouTube channel that's talking about fantasy football, the great Kaitlin O'Toole. How are you?
Thank you, Ben. What an introduction. I'm good. And yes, I have a new fantasy football channel up. If you saw one of my picks yesterday with CJ Anderson, you know how well he did it yesterday. So good DFS pick, good tournament pick. But I know there's a big game on Monday, and I think that's what we're here to talk about.
We are. By the way, I was going to try to, when I introduced you, my goal was to hit this button.
Yeah. You can just do that throughout the interview. I think it's great. It's a good feeling.
Absolutely. I'm sure there will be plenty of other things that you're going to say as we talk about this matchup right here. Redskins, Steelers, Monday night. Now, just to be clear, it's not that Kaitlin just knows about football and fantasy football. She is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. You can do with that information as you wish.
I do have, wait for me. I do actually have laying around as part of my set, my nice Steelers hat. Look at that embroidery right there. O'Toole on the back.
Wow.
And of course, the man who we'll see a lot of on Monday, Antonio Brown, baby.
That is legit. To have your name in the back of the hat, that's not just fan. That's not fan. Is next level.
I bleed black and yellow.
All right. Well, let's get into this. We'll get to Antonio Brown in a second. Let's talk about it from a fantasy perspective. You can talk about regular fantasy, DFS, whatever you want.
Okay.
You got Ben Roethlisberger. The Redskins have Kirk Cousins. Both are pretty good. You could arguably start both of them this week in regular fantasy. Don't be a homer. Who's the best quarterback this week?
Okay, so I'm going to disagree with you with starting both of them. I think that Kirk Cousins last year was a little bit fluky. I think it was some luck. I think we're going to see him regress this year. So with that being said, I would take Big Ben. I mean, no doubt he's one of the top QBs in the league. And I think he's the pick for this week. Again, not being biased. I truly think Kirk Cousins is going to be. Yeah, that's right. There. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I'll let you borrow my towel.
Wow. I'm not going to take this from the homer standpoint. I'll just say that I think Pittsburgh secondary is looking ripe for the taking, and Kirk Cousins, even if he was something of a fluke last year, which I don't really think he was, between Deshaun Jackson, Jordan Reed, yada, 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 I just think they're going to put up good numbers. Not saying win or lose. I'm just saying I'd start Roethlisberger ahead of him.
Okay.
But I'd start them both.
Okay. So if you're doing some DFS lineups, you're going to, spread it out, do Big Ben, do Kirk Cousins, see who hits. I'm saying it's going to be Ben, but I hear you.
Cousins has got to be a little bit cheaper, though. I don't have the price in front of me, so I'm pretty sure Cousins is cheaper. At least I saw on FanDuel.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's something to consider
take into consideration. Definitely.
All right. You showed us your black and gold attire over there. You are on the fashion scene a lot. You're on red carpets, all that. If I tell you have to wear the colors of one of these two teams, again, don't give me a homer. Black and gold, burgundy and gold, which one makes more sense for you?
For me, I think, okay, I'm in the middle of Fashion Week. You caught me in between a show. And again, not being biased, but black is always in. Burgundy crashes with a lot of red carpets. I was just at the BMAs last week. I've got the Vogue shoot coming up next week. So black is always sleek. It's always classic, kind of like my Steelers.
Oh, good Lord.
No, really, it's a better on-camera color. I mean, you could do burgundy, but I guess it would just come down to what the attire is. It's Fashion Week. There is a lot of black. It's New York. It's always trendy.
I will say, if you go back and look through the archives on Breaking Burgundy and you look at the videos that we did on Scout Now between the two of us, there's a lot of you. I don't know, maybe it's not technically burgundy, but there's a lot of you in red. That's all I'm going to say.
That is true. Okay. All right, you got me. Red is a really good on-camera color. Red, blue, black is good too. So, all right, maybe I'll split this one with you, half and
All
half.
right. Fair.
I'll wear burgundy red, not on a carpet, but Fashion Week you can pull it off. I actually have a red dress for this week, so you got.
Where are you going, by the way?
All kinds of shows. I did Project Runway earlier, and I've got Tadashi Shau, Vivian Tam, a lot of like established designers and up and coming designers. So as soon as we hang up, I'm gonna change, do my hair, do a different look, and then I'm running downtown to the Skylight Room, which is actually the old post office here in New York. It's still a post office, but no one really uses it, and it's just insane. It's like tighter than airport security in this building. It's really crazy. A lot of supermodels, a lot of stars, a lot of fashion.
Wow. Sounds like we're going to have the same night. I'm going to be on my couch catching up on Netflix. So it's
pretty much the same night. Yeah.
Yeah,
just a typical Friday.
All right. Let's get back to this game here. Antonio Brown, I would say he's going to be maybe tamp down expectations this much because of Josh Norman this week, but he's good. But here's the question. Does Pittsburgh have any other receiver that you even care about? Because I believe I just saw Marcus Wheaton's not even playing this week now. No Martavius Bryant. Give somebody some hope. If they want to play somebody else on Pittsburgh this week, you got anybody.
Receiver-wise. I did not know that. I've been caught up in Fashion Week. Why isn't Marcus Wheaton playing?
I don't know. I saw injury. I can try to look while we're talking, but you got to go, so I probably won't.
No,
but I believe I saw that.
All right, because I was going to go. I was going to tell you Marcus Wheaton. If he doesn't play this week, I mean, we're going to see him week after week. There's no Martavius Bryant, like you mentioned before. So I think Marcus Wheaton is really going to step up and be that new number 2 guy. With him out, oh gosh, maybe we go to the tight end. I'm not a receiver though, so I'm a little. It makes me a little bit nervous. We'll still get this. Antonio Brown is a beast, and he is all over the field. I think he'll be running all over the Redskins defense. So even if we got to go to him, pass after pass. He's the best, so you only need one really great player.
Yeah, I will say D'Angelo Williams should be just fine, but
yes.
I don't know. At this point, I think Lynn Swan's come out and playing for you guys. You're missing so many people. All right, question for you. You are a media phenom. You're doing all kinds of things. If I tell you can be at the Monday night game,
yes,
or involved with the coverage,
okay,
you can be the pregame host, sideline reporter, studio, or play-by-play analyst person. What are you doing?
Well, if you know me, I like to get into the action. I would definitely be there on the sideline. I hate when I'm waiting to know what's going on. Is he injured? Is it good? I want to be there on the sideline. I want to be talking to the refs, talking to the players. I'll give them like some ice packs if they need it. Sideline all the way. I think that's really where the action happens. You can't see the entire game, which, being a fan and watching a lot of football is tough. But if I'm going to be at a game, I'm not going to be able to be watching every single game in all my lineups. So I would say sideline reporter. I think that's.
Do we agree? If I can help you get on the sideline, you will text me the information about who's hurt or not.
I will let you know. He's not coming back. It's his ACL. He is not coming back.
I want
to trade.
You're already cool. I need to sound cool, so that's why I need to get the inside information here. Okay. Last question for you. Everybody in D.C. knows that the last time Pittsburgh came, it wasn't really a good look for the Redskins crowd because all the Steelers fans showed. They all had their terrible towels, and Pittsburgh romped in that game. Was bad. So what the Redskins are apparently going to do is they're going to give out fans, their own fan, burgundy and gold towels or something to that effect to combat this. My question to you will be this. Your analysis of the game. Will the Redskins fans with those towels be waving them at the end of the game or crying into them?
They'll be crying. First off, I have to say, I think the saying goes, imitation is the best form of flattery. So thank you for that. If you can't have your own tradition, might as well take ours. But I think it's going to be, it's definitely going to be a good game, but I'm a big Steelers fan, you know this, but I'm not the only analyst or person out there saying that the Steelers look really good this week. Even if we don't have Marcus Wheaton, even if we don't have Le'Veon Bell, we're still going to dominate. So I think, the only time you really need to take those towels out is to wipe your tears. We're going to crush you.
Oh, that is. By the way, did your screen freeze or is it just me?
I don't know. I can't see myself. I can only see you.
Well, that is not good for anybody in the world.
Oh, I'm frozen. I see me down there. Oh, and I'm frozen on a crazy face.
That is spectacular. Well, you know what? It could be worse, but hey, this is the first episode of the Breaking Burgundy video podcast. So to say that things were going to run smoothly, no,
am I still
got nothing.
frozen?
So, you're still frozen. It happens. So don't. It is a bigger loss for the rest of us than it is for you. What's the name of your YouTube channel before you go?
It's just under my name right now, Kaitlin O'Toole. But I've got some fashion videos up there, which probably won't pertain to you, but I am covering a lot of events. So, and then I've got DFS picks. So every Thursday and Saturday, I'll have picks. Yesterday was just top 3 because it was, not a great DFS matchup game. But I did pick people like the defense, which did do strong, CJ Anderson and Greg Olson, which didn't disappoint. It wasn't as big as I thought he'd do. But I'll have more picks on Saturday. There's a lot of guys to look to this week. Obviously, there's the top 5 that everyone's going to say: Antonio Brown, Julio Jones, ODB, Todd Gurley, David Johnson. But if you guys are looking, and I'll say more on my YouTube channel, I would really look to Mike Evans. I think he's going to have a big year with Jameis Winston. I like the matchup this week versus the Falcons. I think he's going to really come out and be a top 5 wide receiver. So there'll be more on my YouTube page. If you guys like it, thumbs up. Make sure to follow me. I'll post it to Twitter every week too. And there you have it. There's my spiel.
This is a good metaphor though, because see, when people are in the dark, as your screen is now because you're frozen, when people are in the dark, they need to come to you to get the information. By the way, your Instagram game is strong. Is that for the world to know, or did I just blow that and tell people?
If my what? I'm sorry.
Your Instagram game is strong. Am I allowed to tell people to go look for that or no?
Oh, absolutely. Follow me on Instagram. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go do that.
I've got like 7,000 followers and growing gradually, but that's the idea of the YouTube too, is just to get, like you said, I do a lot of different stuff. Also shooting a pilot with MSG right now, which will be really cool. So more to come, but it gives you kind of an inside scoop of what I'm working on, projects, and just me. Yeah. If you want to see more frozen pictures of me, go to my Instagram. I promise.
You're taking over the world. You're taking over the world one picture at a time. Nobody can help the fact you were born into the Pittsburgh thing, and hey, everybody's got to cross the border, right?
Hey, no matter what, it's going to be a good matchup. I'm looking forward. Maybe we'll do a little recap afterwards, see how it goes.
Deal. All right, Kaitlin. I know you got to go. Appreciate it. Kaitlin O'Toole, everybody.
Woo! Thank you, Ben Standig. I appreciate it. Good to see you, my man.
Pleasure as well. Everybody check us out every week. We'll be doing this with somebody next week. It's Dallas week, so that'll be another fun one. Until then, check out breakingburgundy.com. See ya.
Bye.